For losing the first season of The Blend Off, Alec purchased the channel a bottle of bourbon that I happen to be really enjoying, kind of. Before I kill it, it's about time we do a review of it. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and if you have not done so already, please smash that like button and subscribe. It helps us out a ton, helps us bring you guys better reviews. But the real reason you're here today, Pinhook Cask Strength Bourbon release, Bourbon Heist 2021. So this is just like every other Pinhook bottle distilled at Castle and Key. This is their 2021 release. It is 59.97% ABV, 119.9 proof. They're rumored to be at least 5 years old, but they are non-age stated. Cask Strength Bourbon, that is 75% corn, 15% rye, and 10% malted barley. Which honestly, I'm really excited. I know the previous years they were not adding their own distillate. The last 2 years, so 2020 and 2021, they're adding their own distillate because they're a newer distillery. So I think that's absolutely wonderful that they're starting to get off of the other distilleries and making their own juice. That's fantastic. So I'm excited to get into this pour. So without further ado, let's jump right in this Cask Strength barrel proof bourbon that is super high proof, or well, 119.9, and it's $50 if I've yet not mentioned that already. And nose. Okay, so right off the nose, I'm getting a nice little bit of like a brown sugar, cinnamon, apple characteristic. A little grainy as well. A buttery caramel note in there as well. Maybe like a cinnamon almond in there. But overall, very, very nice nose. Very like cinnamon, apple, brown sugar. Little grainy. I can definitely smell that corn still. So that leads me to believe that it's rumored to be 5 years old and is likely still around 5 years old. But again, I'm not really complaining. It's very, very like, it's kind of like a cereal, almost like a Cheerio note on the nose. I'm really enjoying it. Like a honey nut Cheerio. There we go. Cinnamon almond, honey nut Cheerios, brown sugar. Very, very lovely nose. But let's go ahead and get on the palate. So on the palate there, getting a lot of cinnamon, brown sugar, apples, just like I was on the nose. Still that like grainy cereal note, which I'm kind of digging, but I'm getting something I typically don't get in a lot of bourbons, which is tropical fruits. So I'm getting like a pear and like a pineapple in there, some honey. It's overall very, very nice. I'm really, really enjoying this. But let's go ahead and get on a second sip. So on that second sip there, a lot amount of like baking spices are starting to come out. I'm starting to get like a cinnamon note. That grainy cereal note that I was getting on the nose is starting to reappear. Kind of like a honey nut Cheerios, or maybe like a Apple Jacks, since I'm getting like that apple and cinnamon note, kind of like the Apple Jacks. But I'm also getting this nice like tropical fruit note. I'm getting, pears, a little bit of like pineapples in there, maybe a little bit of coconut, but that might be stretching it. I might just be like nosediving in the tropical fruit aspect. On the finish there, it's fading into this nice like cinnamon, oaky, nutty like cashew. So it's moving from that like cereal, cinnamon Apple Jacks with the nice little like pineapple, tropical fruits, and then it's fading into this like cashew cinnamon oakiness. Very, very decently well. So it's not as long as I had expected, because typically Cask Strength bourbons, I get medium long finishes up until long. I would say it's more like a medium long, maybe stretching to a medium long finish, but overall not as long as I would have expected, but still very, very long. So overall, I really am digging this bottle. It's very nice. I don't get that tropical note very often in bourbons, so I am really digging the fact that I'm getting that pineapple-ness on the palate. That being said, you can tell it's a little younger, getting a little grainy note, a little bit of like a cereal note. So I would say $50, that's very reasonable. I'm very surprised that they're only charging $50 for this, because most up and coming distilleries that are making something at this quality usually will charge like $60, $70, $80 for it. So I am loving that they are not like overcharging for it. I think $50 is a pretty solid price point for this whiskey. So I'm just gonna give it a flat B. I think it's good. I think it's at par with what it should be. It's not blowing my mind, but it is very, very interesting. It's an enjoyable drink, and I'm not upset that, well, I mean, I didn't even buy it, but I'm not upset that the channel now owns this bottle, and, you know, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, because, you know, I am enjoying it. That being said, this is a wrap for this video. If you're looking to, you know, support and check out a newer distillery or something that's bringing a little bit of younger juice into the world of whiskey, but is still doing a really good job, check out the Pinhook series. This is the only Pinhook one I've tried, and I am a sucker for higher proof whiskey, so this might be the only good one. I don't actually know, but I can vouch for 2021 Pinhook Bourbon Heist release. If you can find it for $50, check it out. It's definitely worth the $50 price tag. Little like cereal-y, like grainy cereal-y note in there. So if you're turned off by that, don't check it out, you know, but I do think it's definitely worth the $50. So go ahead and check it out if you're into that. But Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans as a whole gives it a B. But that's it for us here. Do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys thought about this review, and let us know what you guys think about this bottle if you have checked it out. I do know it is kind of like a, not limited, but it's like a 2021 release. So you might have the 2020 release. So they're different batches. I don't know how much of a variance that is, but I'd be interested to find out. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. The link for that is down below. We appreciate your guys' support so much. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.